And we are back, and we just finished watching 1988's Mississippi Burning. This is rated R with a runtime of 2 hours and 8 minutes. This comes to us from director Alan Parker with writing credits to Chris Gerolmo. I think that's correct, but if not, I apologize. This, according to the IMDb blurb, 2 FBI agents with wildly different styles arrive in Mississippi to investigate the disappearance of 3 civil rights activists. This is tagged as period drama, political thriller, psychological thriller, suspense mystery, tragedy, crime, drama, mystery, and thriller. We caught this on Prime Video, but it's also streaming on Fawesome, Plex, Pluto TV, Roku Channel, Tubi, and to buy rent on Amazon. This stars the always wonderful Willem Dafoe as Ward and the late, great Gene Hackman as Anderson, the 2 FBI agents that come from wildly different backgrounds. Willem Dafoe's character is a very by-the-book, very straight-laced guy who definitely wants to be the good changes in the world, and Gene Hackman is kind of a, what would you say? He's from the South, so he understands the dynamics and the machinations.
Yeah, he understands the people that they're dealing with. He is also more of a realist as far as realizing that the situation that they're in, the case that they're investigating, they're not really going to get by or get anywhere just going by the book.
Right. And so the story unfolds. This is somewhat based on a real life event. In the beginning, we go off to the races. It starts from the very beginning. I actually saw this in the theater. I'd forgotten how good it was. And when we watched it last night, I was reminded again of why this is a really good film. From start to finish, the performances are all stellar. The script is really, really good. The attention to detail in the costuming and the set pieces is great. But obviously the MVP here is the script and the actors. All of the actors, in particular, I would say Gene Hackman and Frances McDormand. And even though I don't like him, but Brad Dourif is also just, they're all really doing the work. And they're churning out some pretty magnificent performances.
Yeah.
This is your first time watching it from start to finish?
Yeah, I've never seen this movie.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It's pretty shocking, like right from the start.
Yeah, the beginning I forgot how tension-filled it is.
Yeah, it gets right into it. It's the 3 activists in a car, 2 white guys, 1 black guy. And it's nighttime. They're in the middle of nowhere.
In the South.
And suddenly there's just people chasing them. And they try and get away, and then suddenly they realize that, oh, it's the police. And they just pull up to the car and...
Not suspecting anything.
No, these guys know what's up, but they don't think that's what's going to happen is what's going to happen. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Michael Rooker.
Okay.
And his gang of dudes walk up.
Well, we can call them, unabashedly racist.
Yeah,
members.
Absolute racist scumbags.
Yeah.
And just the language it's just N-word right out from the start. And they don't really waste any time. They kill these guys.
He plays Frank, Michael Rooker.
Yeah.
He's always playing somebody seedy. It's so funny when he becomes Yondu because, he's not a good person, but he has a moral compass and he does good things, even though he's kind of like on the fringe there. But
Michael Rooker is good at playing bad guys. He's kind of always been typecast. He's got that voice, that like raspy voice, and he's got that face that he looks kind of angry.
Yeah.
Even when he's smiling.
Yes. Simmering rage underneath the surface. Yeah.
There's just something nasty going on behind those eyes. And
I could see that.
Yeah. He's great at that sort of stuff. He plays every once in a while. He gets a chance to play somebody who's a little bit more lighthearted, but not here.
Yeah. No, not at all.
None of the guys from this town are
good people.
Nice people or good people. The only one that you see niceness or compassion from is Frances McDormand.
Right.
And she is in a pretty bad situation. She's Brad Dourif's wife, And Berdorf is he's the deputy.
Yeah.
Underneath just this
Sheriff
absolute
Stuckey.
stereotype of a Southern sheriff.
Yeah.
Sheriff Stuckey.
You know what's funny? I looked on the IMDb page. He passed away last year.
The guy who played Sheriff Stuckey.
Yeah. Gaylord Sartain.
Gaylord Sartain. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a name.
That is a name. Absolutely. I'd seen him in stuff. Like, he's got one of those faces, but I didn't know what his real name was. And when I read it, I'm like, are you putting me on? Is this like a Harry Potter character? What is happening here with his name?
Yeah, it sounds like some sort of Arabian wizard.
Yes. My
But
goodness.
yeah, he looks like the absolute stereotype of a Southern sheriff, just sweating, fat.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't.
Inappropriately talking about black people.
Oh my God, that was
Oh my
another one of those shocking moments in the film when the two agents go to the sheriff's office and the sheriff finally shows up. He comes out the door and they're like, "Oh, you know, I'm Agent Ward. This is Agent Anderson. I believe you've been expecting us." And the first thing is, "Oh, you're here to help us with the N-word problem."
I was like,
And it
woo!
was just like, what? He's not even talking about the murders
No,
or the
he's
disappearance of the
talking about
people.
blacks
He's
in
talking
general.
about just black people in general.
Oh,
Like the
God.
FBI's there. Yeah, we're here to bust some meds.
Yeah, I mean, but it's weird because this is how it was, right? So
right. Yeah.
this is
You
not.
could, as bad as things are,
Mhm.
they were worse. They
Yeah.
were so much worse.
Yeah.
And this movie depicts it so openly, and they don't sugarcoat anything.
No, not at all.
This is a harsh movie. If you get triggered easy, maybe
Stay away from
you
it.
skip this one.
Yeah.
Either that or just steel yourself, because you're going to be hearing some pretty brutal language in this movie.
Yeah, and brutal things happen.
And brutal things happen.
I mean,
and just in
not-
general, I mean,
It's not
Christ.
overly shown, although there are some scenes where, like, the dad that they took and they strung up, like, that was tough to watch. I forgot. And the beginning, like I said, the beginning sequence is just so anxiety inducing.
Yeah.
And then the stuff that happens with Mrs. Pell in the house when her husband finds out that she's been maybe talking too much or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting how it goes up and down in like the anxiety arena.
Yeah, I mean, that is a big part of the story.
Yeah.
Aside from that, the other major aspect of the story is just the butting of heads between
Ward and Anderson. Yeah.
And how they get things done. Because, like we mentioned, Ward is the idealist. We're going to solve this
the right way.
This case, we're going to do this the right way. We're going to get things done. And Anderson, he realizes that, Ward's in charge, so he's going along with it. But he knows what these people are like. He's grown up in a town just like this. He's heard and lived through stories. He tells a story about his own dad.
Yeah, that was a good.
And so he understands the mentality.
Yeah,
it's more than just, oh, he looks different than me. It's he can't be better than me.
Yeah,
as the most loathsome of a white guy has to always be better.
Yeah,
than a black guy, and God forbid that black dude succeed in anything.
Yeah.
Even if it's just buying a mule.
Yeah, that was a great anecdotal story there. Yeah.
Just that kind of mentality.
Yeah.
And how he when he looked at his dad, I think he said he saw when they went past the farm that his dad was basically responsible for ruining, and so that was abandoned now.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he looked at his dad and he knew that his dad had done it. And I think he said that his dad was like ashamed, but it didn't matter because that's how it was.
Right.
You did that because that guy couldn't be better than me.
Right. And what was the thing? It was like the only thing killing him was his own hate or something, or
something along those lines.
Yeah. I remember turning to you. I was like, wow, that's a really good line. I wish I'd written it down. But yeah. Who was your favorite character in this?
I would probably say Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman is just
he's amazing in this role.
Yeah. I mean, William Dafoe's no slouch, but this is definitely Hackman's film.
Oh yeah. William Dafoe's always great.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God, he's so young in this movie.
I know, we were just gonna say he's a baby.
Look how smooth his face is compared to like what's going on
What's
now.
going on now?
And like his voice, like I think over time his voice has just
gotten
raspier and just more awesome as time has gone on. But back then, God, he's a young dude.
He is. I mean, it's 88.
Yeah.
That is a long ass time ago.
But Hackman is just amazing because he is showing you like a range of emotion. He is showing you different facets of his character. He knows what's like we keep saying, he knows what's going on. He knows how to talk to these people. He gives them a wink.
Mm-hmm.
He tells them stories that they've heard before, and then at a moment's notice, he'll just pull out a gun and be like, "You're gonna do this."
Yeah, it's crazy.
And when he finally gets taken off the leash, I guess Ward just he realizes he's not getting anywhere. In fact, he's actually making it worse.
Yeah.
Like he went into that diner and he walked over to the colored section.
And he started talking.
To that young man, and basically that young man is just tormented for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, terrible. Yeah,
and he didn't say anything. He even says quite loudly, I think, for everybody to hear, "I
have nothing to say.
I got nothing to say to you. I got nothing to say to you."
He said it more than once.
Yeah, he said it at least twice, and then he left. He took his plate and he left.
Yeah,
and it didn't matter.
Yeah.
He was still like attacked later on a couple of times.
Yeah. Can you believe this film is 38 years old?
Judging by William Dafoe's face, yeah, I could believe it.
That is a whole ass person.
Yeah.
Wow. It didn't feel like it was that long ago, but I guess, yeah. Wow. Was there a scene that stood out for you the most?
I mentioned it, the scene where he talks about his dad.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Tells the story, and it just gives you a reason why he has this intuition or this knowledge of this place, because he is part of it. He
comes from here.
He comes from here, and he left.
Yeah.
Even though that's another interesting part of his character is that he didn't stay there. He didn't basically just keep the status quo, and that's pretty much what all these people just want.
Yeah.
The people in charge of the town, you hear them when they do the interviews. It's like, oh yeah, the blacks were happy until those communists came.
Yeah.
And
when they do like the little vignettes where they're talking to the people, like the news reports, it is jarring to hear some of the things that are said.
Oh yeah,
you know, these
especially
people
when they're
profess to be Christians and following the example of Christ, but oof.
I mean, an example of that is the song that Gene Hackman sings.
Oh, yeah.
You know, mockingly in the car ride over to the town.
Yeah.
It's basically they think, oh well, this is what God wants.
Yeah,
He wants to make sure that our babies are nice and pretty, and God forbid they got a brown face.
Yeah, oof,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy the sort of justifications and gymnastics that people will do to just make themselves better than somebody else.
Yeah,
and it's like. Here's a newsflash. You're all dirt poor.
Exactly. The other MVP for me was Frances McDormand. Her character is just heartbreaking at times, and you genuinely feel for her. She is in this situation, and I think she mentions to the Anderson character, "This is my life. This is the life I chose. I married the first boy that made me laugh, and 14 years later, here we are." And then at the end, where he comes into the house and he sees her, but it's like the whole house is wrecked, but she's there, right? And it's almost like he's like, "Well, why don't you come with me?" kind of thing. And she's like, "No, this is my home. You know, this is where."
I don't think he ever asked her to come with him.
Well, not come with her, but like,
I think
what are you going to do now?
Yeah, he's like, "What are you going to do?" And she's like, "I'm just going to stay here. This is where I grew up my whole life."
Yeah. But I got the impression, like, because it seemed like they were falling for each other, although she never would have stepped outside of her marriage, I don't think.
Well, he kisses her.
Yeah.
He kisses her at that scene where he basically like.
Well, she finally tells him, is that what you wanted to?
She finally opens up.
Yeah.
And you could see he does like her.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
I think so too.
But yeah, I think you're right. She wouldn't really step out.
Yeah.
It's just not done.
Yeah.
Even though her husband
was a big piece of crap.
Is a absolute piece of crap who beat the living shit out of her.
Yeah. Probably could have killed her.
Probably. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, I think the only thing saving her was that she wasn't a black person.
Yeah, because the black people got no mercy.
No.
I mean,
they were burning
just
down
killing
churches,
people
burning houses down,
and
burning
killing
farms down,
young
killing people.
black men. Just because. I mean, the sequence that we were talking about before, where they come, or a group of them come in the middle of the night to that house, and the father is telling the oldest son, go fetch your siblings and your mom and your granny and get out of here.
Yeah.
And he goes out, and he's outnumbered, and they were going to kill him. They strung him up. They put a noose around his neck to kill him. And if his son hadn't lurked about and then come out, he probably would have died.
Probably, yeah.
It's so crazy. Like that sequence also, I'd forgotten. I think I just blocked it out of my head. And when we were watching it yesterday, I felt my stomach in knots, and I was like, oh my God, what happened here again? I can't remember. But this is giving me so much anxiety right now, just watching this, because that's another thing. I mean, to be judged solely by the color of your skin, and then as a young person growing up in this environment, you had what was it was Eddie from Family Matters. What was his? I forgot his name, but he was sort of defiant, right?
Yeah,
there was something very, very defiant about him. And then the other young black kid whose brother, I think, got murdered, he seemed very shell-shocked and traumatized. Whereas the other young kid was he was more mouthy and more of a fighter.
Yeah, well, I think he was just more of the minds, it's never going to get better, so what's the difference if I speak up and do something, or I just sit around?
Oh, okay.
At least,
that makes sense.
At least if I do something, I'm doing something. I'm making some kind of a change in this freaking
crazy world.
Yeah, exactly. This place frozen in time, basically.
And just the idea, I mean, they never teach you this in school. Obviously, you learn this older, but these sundown towns, right? It's just the fact that these things existed. And I think while we were watching it, or maybe afterwards, I was telling you about how I worked when I was working at the Natural History Museum, that they were doing construction, and we actually had to move into the New York Historical Society across the street, and there was an exhibition about lynchings, and I forced myself to walk through it, and I still carry the scars of seeing all of that. It is just incomprehensible that people did this to each other, to me. I mean, people were murdering people and then having picnics like this is like Shakespeare in the Park. It's so weird to me that this happened. I mean, the story takes place in 1964, which isn't a very long time. I mean, it is, but it's not. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that people were just being killed willy-nilly without any justice. I mean, God knows how many people are buried in unmarked graves, right? And also, there's the rage in the black community, if it wasn't for those other two white kids, you guys never would have come here.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so it's trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma, and it just doesn't end. And it just, as the story progresses, it's oh God, what now kind of thing. And it really weighed on my heart, that whole watch experience. It's an excellent film. There's some magnificent performances here.
Beautiful film too.
Beautiful
very,
film,
very
but
well shot.
It's just very, very heavy, and it's kind of goofy that we're putting this with Hairspray, but
yeah.
I think our theme was what was the line in Hairspray? Integration now, segregation never.
Yeah.
And so while we were searching for another film, because we'd seen Hairspray obviously before, but while we were searching for another film, this came up. And again, I haven't seen it. I saw it in the theater. I enjoyed it. Still felt very depressed after watching it. And in the 38 years since this movie came out, I've caught it here and there, but I've never sat through it from start to finish like we did last night. And it's still very powerful, and it's haunting and just really, really depressing, because some of this stuff is still going on now. And it's just completely baffling, because I just don't understand it. Imagine having that much hate in your heart for somebody just because their skin's a little darker than yours. That's just so crazy to me.
What would you give it?
I think from on a scale of 1 to 10, just really spectacular performances, a great tight script. It's long, but I don't think it meanders at all. And so I feel like it's still a strong piece of storytelling, and just a really interesting kind of companion piece to events that really happened in real life. So I think I would give this a 9. Yeah, I think it still holds up. I think Alan Parker, another crazy film of his, Midnight Express, which I also watched as a young person, and also a tale from real life events that also is just wow. But this one is, very, very impactful. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9.
I too would give it a 9. Yeah. Great acting, great story, a story that just really packs a punch. It's jarring.
Yeah, it won't ever not be jarring, I don't think, because, obviously we're not those people. So to be surrounded by that, or to see that, is just, what the hell? I don't understand this at all. Before we wrap it up, we want to encourage everyone to please like, share, and follow, and listen to our Friday Family Film Night podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. And don't forget, drop a comment and let us know what you think of Mississippi Burning. Does it still hold up? Are you a fan of the film? Are you a fan of the actors? What's your favorite performances? Let us know in the comments. And with that, we'll wrap it up, and we will talk to you soon with another review. And with that, we will bid you all a
good night.